from 7th E. As we all know, now we are at the end of the lesson. So it's the right time for us to present the product of the chapter, The Owl and the Pussycat, written by Edward Lear. So now, let's have a look into my textbook and notebook. The Owl and the Pussycat, written by Edward Lear. Here is a short biography of Edward Lear. In this page, I have highlighted some words using some colors. This green color indicates present tense, this red color indicates past tense, and this yellow color indicates continuous tense. I have underlined the words which I like, and I have put a tick mark against the sentences which I understood. And we can also put a question mark against the word which we do not understand. Few questions and answers. Activities based on the poem. And through this, we studied about limerick and internal rhyme. The Owl and the Pussycat, written by Edward Lear. Profile of the author Edward Lear. Glimpse over the poem The Owl and the Pussycat. To the poem and finding out from the picture. These are few questions and answers given by our English teacher in our English class. And this is an extra activity to find out the profession. This is an Hello English activity based on the activity Find Out the Profession. To the poem. Questions and answers in textbook, page number 46. Eliciting the answers. These are some questions given by our teacher as extra. Present tense, past tense and continuous tense in page number 45 and page number 46. And this is an activity to make the mask of an owl and the pussycat and to do the role play. This is an activity to find out the visual images and internal rhymes given in the poem and to find out the imaginary words used in the poem. Visual images. Internal rhymes and imaginary words. Visualizing the poem The Owl and the Pussycat of each line. Textual activities. Views on the poetry. This is an activity to sing the rhymes and limericks. These are few examples for rhymes and limericks. And finally, the structure of the poem The Owl and the Pussycat. I have mentioned the chording of this poem too in it. So I believe that you all watched, learned and enjoyed my video. And I hope that this video helps you to understand the chapter more clearly. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Maria Thomas Varapalli of Standard 7. Here I am standing before you to show my textbook and notebook activities. So now let's go through it. Let's start with the notebook. The Owl and the Pussycat. This is the front page of the chapter. Here is the first page of the chapter. It is about the author Edward Lear. I have written his biography in 2 pages. And here is a glimpse over the poem. A small summary of the whole poem. I have written it in 3 pages. And here is a list of musical instruments. Here is the answer the following from the chapter. And here is the extended activities given by Reverend Sister Niranjana. And here is the visual images from the chapter, The Owl and the Pussycat. And here I have given the definition of the word runcible spoon. Here is a column, word, writer and work. These all are the activities given in the textbook. And here is the meaning of internal rhyme. What is an internal rhyme? And here I have defined the word personification. Here I have written about limerick. This is the activity 2 from the textbook. Here I have written some limerick poems. And here is a very amazing rhyming song. I'll recite 4 lines of this poem for you. Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony. He stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. And here is a short note about the book of nonsense, which is written by Edward Lear. So now let's go on to the textbook. I have marked past tense, present tense and continuous tense with sketch pens, and I have answered the questions given in the textbook. Red ink for past tense, green ink for present tense and yellow ink for the continuous tense. Here I have answered all the question answers. And here are the activities given, and I have answered all those. Here is a definition of internal rhyme in short.
And here is a definition of limericks, and also I have written the limericks of my own.
Hope you all enjoyed my notebook and textbook activities. Thank you.
Hi friends, myself Catherine Maria. Today I am going to share my English textbook and notebook of Chapter 2, The Owl and the Pussycat. By doing all these activities, I have learned so many new things in English. So let's have a journey through my English text and note. Did you enjoy the journey through my English book? Thank you for being a part of it. Bye. Have a nice day.
Hi everyone, I am Anisa video of Standard 7. Today I am standing before you to show my textbook and notebook. So let's see what's inside of it.
Let's start with the textbook. I had marked with present tense, past tense, continuous tense with sketch. Present tense, red link. Past tense, green. And continuous tense, yellow. I had to write these questions answer. Answer the following from the textbook activity. Small box. Internal rhyming. Limerick. Limerick activities. Let's enjoy the notebook. The first page, Owl and the Pussycat. The next page, The Little Duck and the Mouse. They are between the conversation. Read and enjoy. The summary of the poem. Let us know about musical instruments. Next, let us know about the biography of the poem. It contains 9 pages. Next, present tense, past tense, continuous tense, new words meaning. Opposite word, new word, rhyming words. Answer the following from the textbook activities. Rhyming words. Limerick.
Write a limerick in your window. Sister, give me some more questions and activities. Visual images. So friends, did you enjoy Animal Pussycat and Owl? I think did you all learn it? Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi friends, I'm Anusha and I'm from Standard 7. Today I'm here to produce my English notebook based on the chapter The Owl and the Pussycat. Let's watch it. The Owl and the Pussycat. Biography of Edward Hare. Answer the following. Musical instruments. These are the pictures of some musical instruments that I have collected. This is also an extra activity given by Sr.Niranjana, our English teacher. Now let me name these. Keyboard, harmonium, piano, flute, santoor, tabla, sitar, guitar, saxophone, violin, etc. Instruments and their professions. Tabla, tablaist, violin, violist, guitar, guitarist, keyboard, keyboardist, flute, flutist. Answer the following. Visual images. These are the visual images that appears in the poem The Owl and the Pussycat. Let me read these. The sea, beautiful grey-green boat. The owl, the pussycat, honey and plenty of money. Small guitar, beautiful kitty, palm tree, piggy wig, ring at the end of his nose. 1 shilling, the turkey, a hill. Tinned mice, slices of coins with a runcible spoon. Hand in hand, they dance by the light of the moon. Activity 1. This activity tells us to find out the lines that repeated and made up words. Lines repeated. What a beautiful kitty you are, with a ring at the end of his nose. They dance by the moonlight. Made up words. Bong tree, runcible spoon, piggy wing. Rhyming words and internal rhymes. Rhyming words. Above, love, guitar, are, sing, ring, rose, nose, will, hill, moon, spoon. Internal rhymes. Money, honey, fowl, owl, married, tried, away, day, stood, wood, willing, shilling, mice, squares, hand, sand. Internal rhyme. Internal rhyme is a rhyme that occurs within the lines of a poem. And also there are some titles of few poems that I have read. They are Above Ben Adam, The Ballad of Father Gilgan, The Story of Flying Robert, The Wise Old Woman. Activity 2. Here is another activity. Tell us to pick out the expression from the poem that give a human element to the owl and the pussycat. Answers. They took some honey and plenty of money, wrapped up in 5-pound note. The owl sang to a small guitar, oh, let us be married. They sailed away far a year and a day. Dear Piggy, are you willing to sell for a 1 shilling your ring? Were married next day by the turkey who lives on the hill. They dined on the mice and slices of coins, which they eat with a runcible spoon. Limericks. Limerick is a funny poem that has 5 lines with the rhyme seems A, A, B, B, A. Activity 3. This activity is based on limericks. There I wrote 2 limericks from the textbook. There are few more limericks. Let me read this. The peacock. A wonderful bird is the peacock. It can dance round the clock. It lives near a hill not far away from a mill that never has any stock. Ape. There once was an ape in a zoo that liked to wear a shoe. It looked at every visitor as if it were a bus conductor who did not know how to walk. An old man. There was an old man with a bread who always his table cleared. His wife, a naughty one, put a cat on the table for fun, but the old man didn't burst out as she fed. Thank you. And also I'm thanking Sister Niranjana, our English teacher, who gave me this wonderful opportunity.
myself. I am Anavadya Suresh, a student of 7C. Today, I am here to present my English textbook and notebook which I have done based on the wonderful chapter The Owl and the Pussycat by Edward Lear. First of all, I take this opportunity to thank my English teacher, Sr.Niranjana, who helped me to do these activities in an organized and well-ordered way. You know, this lesson really made me laugh a lot, but the moral of the lesson is still vibrating in my mind. Now, let's have a look at my presentation.
This is the first page of the chapter, The Owl and the Pussycat by Edward Lear. These are the first two stanzas of the poem. We have to mark the present tense with green, past tense with red, and the continuous tense in the poem with yellow. This is the last stanza of the poem. Here are 8 questions regarding the poem. We have to answer each one. This is the first activity of the chapter. There are 4 sub-questions for the activity. The first one is to find out the lines repeated and made of words. The second one is to pick out the rhyming words from the poem. The third sub-question is to find out the internal rhymes from the poem. And the fourth activity is to collect more nonsense poems like Jabberwocky on the Ning Nang Nang, etc. This is the second activity of the chapter. It's about personification. We have to find out more examples of personification from the poem The Owl and the Pussycat. This is the final activity of the chapter The Owl and the Pussycat. Edward Lear is famous for his limericks. There are 2 limericks written by Edward Lear given in this text. We have to write more limericks in the space provided. This is the first page of my notebook. The Owl and the Pussycat by Edward Lear. Here is a short paragraph based on The Owl and the Pussycat. In this page, I wrote the biography of Edward Lear, the writer. Content of the poem. Poem at a glance. Visual images of the poem. Here are the textual questions of the poem. In these 2 flowers, I wrote repetition and lines repeated. This is a star of rhymes. This box is about internal rhymes. Titles of some nonsense poems. Examples for personification. Some limericks. List of musical instruments. Name of one who plays the instrument. Present tense and past tense. Continuous tense. Here I wrote a cartoon. The pussy says, "Owl, we are really a role model for friendship, isn't it?" The owl says, "Yes, we are." Here is my opinion about the chapter. It was a fantastic chapter.
Hope it was an interesting presentation for all of you. Thank you.
Hi all, I am St.Teresa and today I am standing before you to show you my English textbook and notebook for the lesson The Owl and the Pussycat written by Edward Lear. Also, I thank our Sister Niranjana for supporting us to go through this lesson very well. Thank you, sister, for your effort and time you took for us. So without a delay, let's go to the presentation of textbook and notebook. This is the first page of my textbook and here I have marked all the rhyming words and I have underlined the rhymes which are repeated again. This is the second page and this paragraph also I have repeated the same. And here I have an answer to the questions. And here I have marked the lines repeated and the made up words. This is the rhyming words and these are the internal rhymes. These are some poems which I have read and these are the personifications from the poem. This page I have written some limericks of my own and I have learned what a limerick is. The first line was given. So that's all about my textbook. Now let's go to my notebook. This is the first page of my notebook and here I have stuck a picture of the owl and the pussycat and about Edward Lear. And in this page I have written the biography of Edward Lear and I have stuck a picture of his. Here I have written some musical instrument and the person who plays it. The same in the next page also. In this page I have written some extra question and answers which our sister Niranjana gave us. The same in the next page also. And in the here I have written the visual images in the next page also. Here also I have written some extra question and answers which our sister Niranjana gave us. This is also the extra question and answers. This also and this also. And in the next page I have written what a limerick is and I have written some extra
are limericks which I have written on my own. This is also the limericks. This is the textbook question and answers. Textbook question and answers. And this is the textbook activities, the lines repeated and the made up words. Also some name of poems I have written. Rhyming words and internal rhymes. Personifications from the poem. And this is the last page of my notebook. So hope you all saw my textbook and notebook. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Hi everyone, myself Sruthimol. I am a 7th standard student of St.Teresa CGHSS Ernakulam. Here I am going to presenting my English textbook and notebook. These activities are related to the story poem The Owl and the Pussycat, written by the famous writer Edward Lear. In this poem, the poet is picturizing the love story of an owl and pussycat. Here I am taking this opportunity to thank our dearest English teacher, Sr.Niranjana, who helps to do these activities in systematic way. Thank you, sister, for your support and encouraging. Now let's go through my textbook. The Owl and the Pussycat. Here I mentioned present tense in green color, past tense in red color and yellow for continuous tense. Here are 2 questions about this picture. It is a biography of Edward Lear. Here we have to answer these following questions. Activity 1. In the poem, the poet makes use of repetition and made up words. So we have to identify and write them in the table. This is the questions to pick out the rhyming words from stanzas 1, 2 and 3. This is the next one to pick out the internal rhyming words from the other stanzas. Internal rhyme. Internal rhyme is that occurs within the line of a poem. Here we have to collect a few poems like the one we have read and write their titles below. Activity 2. This is a line from the poem The Wind by James Stephens. Here the poet gives the human quality to wind. It is an example of personification. Now we have to pick out the expressions from the poem that give a human element to the owl and the pussycat. This is the last activity of the poem. Here are given 2 limericks of Edward Lear. Now we have to write a limerick of our own. Here are some first lines to start with. Limerick. Limerick is a funny poem that has 5 lines with a rhyme scheme. Now let's move on to my notebook. The Owl and the Pussycat. Glimpse over the poem. Introductory activity. Here are some questions about this picture. Biography of Edward Lear. While in the boat, the owl sang a beautiful song to a small guitar praising the kitty. Here I mention the few more musical instruments. Find out the profession. Identify the person who plays the musical instruments. Answer the following questions. Additional questions about the poem. These are the visual images of the poem. Runcible. Runcible spoon was created for the Owl and the Pussycat by Edward Lear. He had no particular meaning for the word runcible. Lear also referred to a runcible hat, a runcible car, a runcible goose, and a runcible wall in other poems, probably without any sense. Activity 1. In the poem, the poet makes use of repetition and made up words, so we have to identify and write them in this table. Here are few more made up words, writer and its work. This is the questions to pick out the rhyming words from stanzas 1, 2 and 3. Rhyme. The use of words in a poem or song that have the same sounds, especially at the end of lines. These are the rhyming words from stanzas 1, 2 and 3. It is about internal rhyme. This is the next one to pick out the internal rhyming words from the other stanzas. Here we have to collect a few poems like the one we have read and write their titles below. These are some of titles. Here I mentioned a few more rhymes. Activity 2. This is the line from the poem The Wind, written by James Stephens. Here the poet gives the human quality to the wind. It is an example of personification. Now we have to pick out the expressions from the poem that give a human element to the owl and the pussycat. Personifications from the poem. It is about limerick. Here are 2 limericks of Edward Lear. Now we have to write a limerick of our own. Here are some first lines to start with. Few more limericks. Here I had write present tense, past tense, continuous tense and antonyms from the poem The Owl and the Pussycat. I hope you all liked my presentation. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hi friends, I am Roma Alphonsa TS. Today I am here with my English text and note of lesson The Owl and the Pussycat. It is a poem of Edward Lear. Our English teacher, dear Sr.Niranjana, has given us many activities. So now let's see those activities through my English text and note. The Owl and the Pussycat. Mark past tense, present tense and continuous tense. These are some textual activities. The Owl and the Pussycat. Here is the biography of Edward Lear. These are some question answers.
Hi everyone, I am Meghna Jacinta from 7th. Today I am standing before you to introduce my textbook and notebook. First of all, I thank Sr.Niranjana to give me a chance to show you my textbook and notebook. So let's go to the video. This is my textbook, The Owl and the Pussycat. Question answers, activities based on the poem. This is my notebook, The Owl and the Pussycat, Edward Lear. Past tense, present tense, continuous tense, question answers. Activity 1, Activity 2, Activity 3. Hope you all enjoy my notebook and textbook. Thank you for watching.